That's what nostalgia should be. It should give you a brief moment of, oh, that was when I was happy. It shouldn't be like, I need to cling to this forever. Hello, welcome to Sound and Fairy Book Reviews. As usual, I am Tina. Today I'm reviewing the book Prophet by Sin Blanchet, I believe, and Helen MacDonald. This is an August 2023, so not out yet, sci-fi thriller from Grove Press. I received this art from NetGalley in exchange for a fair review. And there are no spoilers in this review. A sci-fi thriller mystery that has X-Files vibes and a queer romance, Prophet raises interesting questions about nostalgia. So what is it about? Your happiest memory is their deadliest weapon. This is Prophet. It knows when you were happiest. It gives life to your fondest memories and uses them to destroy you. But who has created it, and what do they want? An all-American diner appears overnight in a remote British field. It's brightly lit, warm and inviting, but has no power, no water, no connection to the real world. It's like a memory made flesh, a nostalgic flight of fancy. More and more objects materialize. Toys, fairground rides, pets, and other treasured mementos of the past. And the deaths quickly follow. Someone is bringing these memories to life, then stifling innocent people with their own joy. This is a weapon like no other, but nobody knows who created it or why. Sunil Rao seems a surprising choice of investigator. Chaotic and unpredictable, the former agent is an antithesis of his partner, Colum Adam Rubinstein, the model of a military man. But Sunil has the unique ability to distinguish truth from lies, in objects, words, and people, in the past and in real time. And Adam is the only one who truly knows him after trouble passed together. Now as they battle this strange new reality, they're drawn closer than ever to defend what they both hold most dear. For Prophet can weaponize the past, but only love will protect the future. This book is hard to review because there are some things about it that are superb, but it's surrounded by a kind of plodding, distanced prose and a meandering plotline. The aspect that really kept me reading with this book was the romance subplot. This part of the novel is very well done in that it keeps you on your toes. I loved the dynamic between the characters, the history they had together, the way the novel throws red herrings at you near the start regarding their love lives, and the passages of longing and care. I also like the juxtaposition that these tough-as-nails military dudes are afraid to take risks in this aspect of their lives. I also love a chaotic, stoic, even grumpy plus sunshine dynamic when it comes to couples, so that was really fun. The concept behind the novel is really interesting. You heard it in the blurb, but it's a mystery about nostalgic items randomly appearing and how or why this is happening. Along with the kind of X-Files feel of the mystery, it also seems to be raising a point about how clinging to nostalgia can be harmful. Nostalgia should be a pleasant feeling that comes upon you. It seems society today puts a lot of stock into what should be a fleeting sensation, almost as if hanging on to nostalgia is a way to contain or tether their good memories. But then when the world moves on, they get angry as if a new iteration of this somehow sullies the original. For example, I mean, I'm not going to get into Ghostbusters, but, you know, the Wiggles, the children's singing group. If you aren't a parent, you probably don't know what the Wiggles are. And, I mean, it's fine. The songs are catchy. They get in your head. They get in your head forever. Better than Cocomelon, though. Anyway, so the Wiggles, of course, because people grow old, brought in this new a couple new Wiggles members a few years ago. And all of these people who were like, I don't know, like 30, got really upset. They're like, these aren't the Wiggles, blah, blah, blah. They're not the Wiggles I remember. Whine, whine, whine. And it's like, this is a show meant for, literally for toddlers. Like, my 5-year-old doesn't even like it anymore because it's too old for her, or too young for her. So, like, why do you care? I guess because they feel some kind of nostalgia for watching the Wiggles, that they think that it's ruining it, that this new group is coming in. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. That was a rant. On a more positive note, let me know in the comments something that brings up nostalgia for you. For me recently, it was seeing the board game Forbidden Bridge, as this was a game my best friend and I used to play when we were kids. We played it all the time because she owned it. She passed away very young at 27, almost 10 years ago, and I happened upon a new version of the game in Toys R Us at Christmas, and I almost bought it because of the nostalgia. I had never had nostalgia hit me so hard, though, of course, it was tinged with grief. We were friends since she was 5 and I was 4. We were best friends, even though we lived in different cities. Like, you had 25-year friendship going on almost. And, yeah, so fucking cancer, yeah. Anyway, but that's what nostalgia should be. It should give you a brief moment of, oh, that was when I was happy. It shouldn't be like, I need to cling to this forever. Anyway, in truth, while Prophet has a very strong start, it starts to peter off in the middle and then ends up in a way I didn't find entirely satisfying. The prose also didn't really work for me. It kept me at a distance, and I often found there were long stretches that didn't really say or do much, and then a few pages that went by really fast. The prose might work for some readers, it just didn't mesh with me, and that's totally cool. I don't think it's poorly written, it's just it didn't really work. The style just didn't work for me. Yet, it was an interesting and complex sci-fi with a very robust love story. People who like the slower sci-fi thrillers, like Crichton's Fear, might enjoy this quite a bit. I did enjoy it. I just, it wasn't like my favorite book of the year, but I did think it was really interesting and a little different than most of the sci-fi thrillers that I've read this year and in recent years. So, yeah, thank you again to the publisher for the e-arc. I really appreciated it, and thank you everybody for listening to my rant about nostalgia.